Elderly people, the two most harmful vitamins after 60 years old can cause weakness in the legs. Elderly health. Hello everyone, welcome to today's health topic sharing. Today we are going to discuss an important issue related to the health of each of us, especially those over 60 years old. That is, which vitamins may become invisible killers for the elderly, and even cause health problems such as weakness in the legs. You may think that vitamins are not good for the body. Yes, vitamins are very important nutrients in our daily life and have an important role in the body. But each nutrient has its appropriate intake, and too much or too little may have adverse effects. Especially after the age of 60, the various functions of the human body began to gradually degenerate, and our body's ability to absorb and metabolize nutrients will gradually decrease. Today, let's talk about the two vitamins that are most likely to cause problems after the age of 60: vitamin A and vitamin D. Before understanding these harmful vitamins, first of all, we must know why the elderly are prone to health problems such as weakness in the legs. Why do the elderly have weak legs? As we age, the functions of the body begin to decline, especially after the age of 60. The muscles, bones, the nervous system, etc., of the elderly are prone to problems. Long-term lack of exercise, lack of nutrition, or wrong eating habits will lead to a decrease in muscle strength, osteoporosis, and may even affect gait and mobility. Weak legs are one of the common health problems of many elderly friends. Weak legs are not only due to muscle and bone problems. In fact, it is related to many factors. First of all, with the increase of age, people's muscle mass gradually decreases, bones gradually lose density, leg strength will naturally decrease, and walking will be easy to feel strenuous. However, in addition to these physiological changes, vitamin deficiency or excessive intake may also aggravate these problems, especially when some vitamins accumulate excessively in the body of the elderly. They will cause nerve and muscle damage and affect the ability to walk. Next, we should focus on vitamin A and vitamin D. 2. Vitamin A, invisible killer of excessive intake. Vitamin A is a fat-soluble vitamin that plays an important role in vision, immunity, skin health. Its deficiency can lead to night blindness, decreased immunity, and other problems. However, although vitamin A is essential for health, if it is taken in too much, it will cause a great burden on the body and even lead to serious health problems. 1. The harm of excessive vitamin A. The metabolism of the elderly gradually slows down, and the detoxification ability of organs such as the liver has also declined. Excessive vitamin A can easily accumulate in the body and cause toxic reactions. The health hazards of long-term excessive intake of vitamin A include damage to the nervous system. Too much vitamin A can be toxic to the nervous system, causing muscle weakness, heaviness in the legs, and even unsteady walking and weak legs. Fragile bones. Excessive vitamin A can also inhibit the absorption of calcium in the bones, leading to osteoporosis and increasing the risk of fractures, especially for the elderly. Osteoporosis and fractures are a big problem, and excessive vitamin A will only make things worse. Liver damage. The large accumulation of vitamin A will increase the burden on the liver, and then symptoms such as liver damage, loss of appetite, and weight loss will appear. Headaches, nausea, vomiting. If you take too much vitamin A, you may also experience symptoms such as headaches, nausea, vomiting, and even poisoning in severe cases. 2. Sources of vitamin A. Although vitamin A has many benefits for the body, we must not ignore the risks of excessive intake. So, how to avoid excessive intake? First of all, the best way is to take vitamin A through natural foods rather than relying on supplements. Vitamin A in natural foods usually does not cause excessive problems because the body has certain limitations on the absorption and utilization of vitamin A in natural foods. Foods rich in vitamin A mainly include carrots, animal liver such as pork liver, chicken liver, green leafy vegetables such as bell peppers and spinach, red fruits such as watermelon, oranges, etc. These foods can provide us with rich beta-carotene, which the body will convert into vitamin A, and moderate intake is good for health. 3. How to avoid excessive vitamin A. Pay attention to dietary balance. Avoid consuming too much animal liver and other high vitamin A foods every day. Eat liver foods in moderation once a week to avoid excessive intake. Don't take supplements blindly. Many elderly friends may buy vitamin A supplements on their own to stay healthy, but this is not actually recommended, because if you take vitamin A supplements for a long time, it may cause serious side effects. It is best to use supplements under the guidance of a doctor. Eat more vegetables and fruits. The beta-carotene rich in vegetables and fruits is not only safe, but also can provide the body with the required vitamin A. 3. Vitamin D. Be vigilant about both deficiency and excess. Vitamin D is another fat-soluble vitamin that is very important for bones and the immune system. It helps the body absorb calcium, promotes bone health, and prevents osteoporosis. However, both deficiency and excess of vitamin D will have adverse effects on the health of the elderly. 1. The harm of vitamin D deficiency. For the elderly, vitamin D deficiency may lead to a series of health problems, the most common of which is osteoporosis and fractures. Vitamin D helps calcium absorption. Lack of vitamin D will lead to ineffective use of calcium, which will reduce bone density and make bones fragile. Vitamin D deficiency can also lead to decreased immunity and susceptibility to viral or bacterial infections. In addition, studies have found that vitamin D deficiency may also be associated with the occurrence of chronic diseases such as depression and heart disease. 2. The harm of excessive vitamin D. Although vitamin D is good for health, if it is supplemented excessively, the side effects are also very obvious. Excessive vitamin D can lead to excessive calcium levels in the body and hypercalcemia. Hypercalcemia may cause the following problems. Kidney damage. Hypercalcemia may cause kidney damage. Symptoms such as frequent urination and painful urination, and in severe cases may cause kidney stones. Muscle weakness. Hypercalcemia caused by excessive vitamin D may also affect neuromuscular conduction, leading to muscle weakness, especially lower limb muscles, which may affect walking in severe cases. Gastrointestinal discomfort. Excessive vitamin D may also cause gastrointestinal discomfort symptoms such as nausea, vomiting, and loss of appetite. 3. Sources and supplements of vitamin D. Vitamin D mainly comes from sunlight and certain foods. Ultraviolet rays in sunlight can promote the synthesis of vitamin D in the skin. Therefore, the elderly can appropriately increase outdoor activities and receive sunlight to help synthesize vitamin D in the body. Foods rich in vitamin D include fish such as salmon, mackerel, egg yolk, dairy products such as milk, yogurt. 4. How to avoid excessive vitamin D. Proper sun exposure. 10-30 minutes of sun exposure every day, especially between AM and PM, can effectively promote the synthesis of vitamin D. Avoid prolonged exposure to the sun to avoid damage to the skin. Balanced diet. Vitamin D is taken through diet, but it is not advisable to over-supplement. Especially the use of supplements should be cautious, preferably under the guidance of a doctor. Regular physical examination. Regularly test the level of vitamin D in the blood. If it is found that the vitamin D is excessive or insufficient, it can be adjusted according to the doctor's advice. 4. How to ensure that the elderly take the right amount of vitamins. We've discussed the possible harm of excessive vitamin A and vitamin D. So how can we ensure that the elderly can avoid excessive or insufficient intake while ensuring good health? 1. Regular physical examination. Regular physical examination is very important for the elderly over 60 years old. This not only helps you understand your health status in time, but also helps you detect vitamin levels, especially vitamin D and vitamin A. Through blood tests, doctors can recommend appropriate vitamin intake according to your physical condition to avoid excessive or insufficient intake. 2. Reasonable diet. Maintaining a balanced diet is the best way to avoid excessive or insufficient vitamins. The daily diet of the elderly should include Fruits and vegetables provide rich vitamins and minerals, especially fresh dark green vegetables and orange vegetables, such as carrots, spinach, tomatoes, etc. Protein sources, such as fish, lean meat, beans, etc., helps maintain muscle and bone health. Whole grains, such as brown rice, whole wheat bread, etc., are rich in fiber and B vitamins. Supplementing vitamins A and D through food is not only safe, but also provides a variety of nutrients to help maintain various functions of the body. 3. Avoid blindly taking supplements. Many elderly friends may buy various vitamin supplements for health reasons. However, supplements are not omnipotent, and excessive vitamin intake may bring serious side effects. Therefore, do not blindly supplement vitamins A and D on your own, especially vitamin A, because it is fat-soluble and excessive amounts can easily accumulate in the body, causing poisoning. When choosing supplements, it is recommended to consult a doctor or nutritionist first and decide whether to supplement based on your own health status. At the same time, when choosing supplements, try to choose professionally certified products to avoid damage to the body caused by inferior products. 4. Maintain a moderate amount of exercise. For the elderly, exercise not only helps to maintain physical strength, but also promotes the synthesis of vitamin D. Vitamin D helps calcium absorption, and calcium is the basis of bone health. Elderly friends can choose a suitable exercise method for themselves, such as walking, swimming, tai chi, etc., to maintain body flexibility and muscle strength, and help improve problems such as weak legs. The conclusion. Through today's sharing, we can see that the elderly over 60 years old do need to pay special attention to the intake of vitamins, especially vitamin A and vitamin D. Insufficient intake may lead to bone problems and decreased immunity, while excessive intake will bring symptoms such as poisoning reactions, muscle weakness, and heavy legs, which may affect daily life and health in severe cases. Elderly friends, to maintain a healthy life, we must first start with daily diet, ensure a balanced intake of vitamins, and combine appropriate sunlight exposure and exercise to maintain the normal function of the body. Regular physical examinations are also an effective means to ensure the correct intake of vitamins. Avoid blind supplementation and arrange diet and lifestyle habits reasonably to have a better body and quality of life in old age. Health is a habit and a responsibility. Through correct vitamin management and a reasonable lifestyle, we can not only maintain good health, but also make life more fulfilling and happy. If you think today's video is helpful, remember to like and share it with more friends. You can also leave a message in the comment area to tell us your thoughts or health problems, and we'll discuss it together. I hope everyone can have a healthy and energetic old age.